SOQL queries, we discussed about what? We discussed about parent to child, child to parent, and we discussed parent to child and child to parent for the standard object. Today we'll see how we will do the parent to child and child to parent in custom object. Okay. So generally, what is the difference for a standard object and custom object? To define a custom object, on the beside the object name, we will put underscore underscore C. It means custom. C means okay. Similarly, custom fields also. If we create a field, for that field also we will put underscore underscore C. Okay. If the field is provided by default by Salesforce, then there will not be any underscore underscore C. So in that way, we will be able to identify or differentiate the standard objects and custom objects, standard fields and custom fields, right? So now one point that you need to remember, if you are writing a parent to child query, then how you will write? We will put a bracket. Inside that bracket, you will write the child query. Okay, simple. Okay. If you are writing from child to parent, then what you need to do? Child object. Child object fields directly you will write. Parent object field, how you will use? For example, from contact, if I want to use the account fields, then how I need to do is on the contact, first name, last name, these fields directly we will use. But account fields, if you want to use, what you will do? Account dot name, account dot phone number, account dot industry, like that. Parent dot field. So in the this is the pattern that we are following for parent to child, child to parent. This is clear. So now for custom object, as we have underscore underscore C, there will be a slight difference. What is that a slight difference? So here there is a university. University is the parent object and college is the child object. Okay. In that case, how he is writing? This is parent to child. In parent to child, like that before only, here also we will put bracket. But the difference here is, for account object and contact object, if I want to write parent to child SOQL query, how I have written? Screen share అవ్వట్లేదు, 1 second. Okay. So if I want to write a query only on account, how I will write? Select ID comma name comma industry from account, and if I click on execute, I'll get the result. This is very basic, you know. Similarly, if I want to write a query on select ID comma first name comma last name from contact, okay, if I execute, it will also give me the result directly on contact. If I say that I want to do subquery from parent to child, I want to write parent to child SOQL query, then how I will write? Select ID comma name comma industry comma inside bracket, I will write again select ID comma first name comma last name from, observe the difference here, from contacts. Yes, I kept. Normally, if I write the query directly, I will put contact. But inside query, subquery, if you are writing, you need to add yes, contacts. Okay. From account. Okay. Let me query this. See here. One account, under that multiple contacts. For this account, there are no contacts. For this account, there are some contacts. For this account, there are no contacts, like that. Account and its contacts. Okay. So this is what I am displaying. Okay. So this is parent to child SOQL query. Now you are clear, right? So now if I want to write child to parent SOQL query, then how I need to write? Select ID, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma, account dot name, comma, account dot industry from contact. This is how you need to write. See, now I am writing a query on contact. I am writing a query on child. From child, I want to get the parent fields. So for that, what I have done, on the child, there will be a lookup field linking to the parent, right? Account ID. So using that, what I am doing, account dot name, account dot industry, like that, account dot whatever field on account you want, you can give. And if you query this will give me the result. See, I am getting the ID. This is what? Contact ID. So on the contact, first name, last name, and this is linked to this account and the industry banking. So from the contact, child to parent, from child, I am able to get the parent details. Clear now? Clear? So what is parent to child query? What is child to parent query? This is clear, right? Normal query, you know, parent to child query, you know, child to parent query also, you know. Okay, in a normal query for standard object we have seen. For custom object, how you will do? Custom object. Okay, for example, there is a custom object called parents. Okay, okay, parents P1. Okay, yeah. So now I have one parent. For that parent, C1, C2 childs are there. Okay. So now if I want to write a query on this parent, how I will write? Tell me. Select ID, comma, name from parent underscore underscore C. It will give me the result. Yes or no? Okay. Similarly, if I want to write it on the child, how I will do? Child underscore underscore C. It will also give me the result. Okay. Now, along with this, from the child, if I want on the child, there is a parent ID field. Okay. Okay. There is a parent ID field on the child. I want to get that parent dot ID. I can use and I can get the. Okay. Let me do. Oh, what I will. Okay. First, let's go. Let's do the parent to child. Then we'll come to the child to parent. Parent to child means what? Select ID, comma, name from parent underscore underscore C. So here now name, comma, here inside bracket, select ID, comma, name from child underscore underscore C. Bracket close. So here, what is the difference that is happening here? See here. Yes, we are going to put. Okay. So this is the correct one. Select name comma select a name from colleges from university. So yes we are putting and or we are putting. So instead of normally if you write what you will write, okay, yes childs, yes we are going to put yes. If we put c, what will happen, it will throw an error. Instead of c if you put r, then it will give you the parent along with the child. So what is the difference that we need to observe here is, normally if you want to write a query on the parent directly, normally you will use select id comma name from parent underscore underscore c. That is clear. If you want to write a query on the child, directly you will write select id comma name from child underscore underscore c. That is also fine. Now, if you want to do parent to child query, if you want to do parent to child query, then for the standard object, what we are doing for the standard object from account, if you want to query the child contact records, only difference that is going to happen is select id comma name comma inside the bracket you are again writing select id comma first name comma last name from contacts. Yes we are putting and we are closing the bracket, and then from account we are putting. That is fine. Here what to in standard object there is only one difference that will come. Okay, that is only yes letter you need to add for the inner query. For inner query you need to add the letter yes on standard objects. In custom objects you need to do two things. On the inner query you need to add the letter yes and underscore underscore c. Normally underscore underscore c will be there for every object, every field, right? But here two things you need to change. One thing is you need to add yes, second thing is you need to change it to r instead of c. R represents relationship. So this is not a normal query. This is a relationship query. So that's why we need to change these two things. One thing is we need to include the S letter. Second thing is we need to include the R. Instead of C, we need to replace the C with R. These two things only will change. Remaining thing, everything will be same, and here also we will put parent underscore C only. Is it clear? This is about the parent to child SOQL query for custom objects. Okay. So now let's see child to parent SOQL query for custom objects. Child to parent means we will write on contact. From contact we are getting account. Similarly here we will write on the child. From child we want to get the parent. So first of all select id comma name from child underscore underscore c. Okay. But along with this, what I want parent dot name. Here comes the twist. Parent, see, for this one you need to put the underscore r. That is the difference. Parent underscore underscore c. Instead of c, we need to put r. Okay. Now, if we query, you will get the answer. So in child to parent SOQL query, what we are changing, normally if it is a standard object, simply you will put the object name account dot name, account dot industry. But here it is a custom object. Generally what we will put parent underscore underscore c generally. But here what we need to write underscore underscore r. C should be replaced with r. This is what child to parent SOQL query. Okay. So now I will write all the four at one place to give you more clarity on this. Okay. Adotna. So normal SOQL query, how it will work? Select ID comma name from account. Okay. This is a normal SOQL query. Okay. Select ID comma first name comma last name from contact. Okay. This is normal SOQL query. Okay. Now Now what I am going to write is parent to child SOQL query for standard objects. So now this is what I want to do. Okay. How I will write? Select ID, comma, name, comma, bracket open. Okay. Inside the bracket, what I will write? Select ID, comma, first name, comma, last name. Okay. First name, comma, last name. Okay. From contacts. Here, yes is the special thing. Okay. You need to remember that we need to add yes. Okay. After that, close the bracket. Okay. After that, what we need to do again? From account. Okay. Is it clear now? Now, let me do this one. Child to parent SOQL query for stand objects. How I will write? Select ID, comma, name, comma, account dot name, comma, account dot industry. Okay, here instead of this, to give you clear picture, that's it. Directly I will write from contact. That's it. Child to parent SOQL query for standard objects. Is it clear? Okay. So here what is coming directly? I am using account dot name, industry dot name. This is what I am able to use directly. Okay. This is how you will write. Next one. Okay. So now parent to child SOQL query for custom objects. For custom objects, how I will write? Okay. Before writing this one, normal query for custom object, how I will write? Tell me. Okay. Select ID, comma, name from parent underscore underscore C. Okay. Select ID, comma, name from child underscore underscore C. Clear? These two. So now parent to child, how I will write? అన్నిటికీ క్యాపిటల్ రాసి దీనికి స్మాల్ రాస్తే ఇదేదో స్పెషల్ అనుకుంటారు మళ్ళీ అనుకొచ్చింది. సెలెక్ట్ ఐడి, కామా నేమ్ ఫ్రమ్ parent underscore underscore C. But here parent to child bracket will come. Okay. First put the bracket. Okay. Inside bracket, what I need to write? Select ID, comma, name from child. Yes. Underscore underscore R. So this S is the special thing here. and underscore underscore r is the special thing. These two things you need to remember. Okay, clear? Now, if I want to write child to parent, then how will it work? Select id comma name comma comma parent parent dot name, okay, from child underscore underscore c. But here what I need to do, instead of parent I need to write parent underscore underscore r. This is what I need to write. ఆహా, ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఎస్ రాదు, ఇందులో కూడా రాలేదు చూసుకో. అకౌంట్ డాట్ నేమ్, ఎందుకంటే ఒక కాంటాక్ట్ ఒక అకౌంట్కి లింక్ అయి ఉంటుంది, కానీ ఒక అకౌంట్కి మల్టిపుల్ కాంటాక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో పేరెంట్ టు చైల్డ్ మీన్స్ హియర్ ప్లూరల్ ఛాన్స్ ఈస్ దేర్. చైల్డ్ టు పేరెంట్ మీన్స్ ఎట్ ఎ టైమ్ ఎనీ చైల్డ్ విల్ బి లింక్ టు ఓన్లీ వన్ పేరెంట్. Okay, all of you take this notes. Unable to see now, and everyone should be able to see right now. Take this. name like Acme. I want to get that account. Then what I am doing? I am writing, I am writing select ID comma name from account where name equal to Acme. So I'm putting a condition, where condition, and I'm writing equal to some value. Okay. So here, for example, if I write like this, select ID comma name from account, then what happens? All accounts will come. Okay. For example, if I don't want like this, and for example, so United, see with the name United Oil is there, United Oil and Gas, multiple are there. So select ID comma name from account, okay, where where name equal to Rajesh. If I give like this, what will happen? Exactly the account which is matching with this name value, only those will come. So exactly with the same name, there are two records. So two records came. I don't want like this. I want all the records which are starting with United. I want all the records which are starting with United. Can I get that? See, here United is there, na? So United is there in multiple records. So select ID comma name from account where name like, so now if I put like this and if I give, what will happen? See, if I use like, okay, means if this word is present in that name, then I can query that. So this is like a search operation only, right? Control F. How we will do Control F? What all are matching related, get those things. Similar to that, yes or no? But in this search operation, what can I search? I can search with this name, is there any account present or there? Is there any account present or not? Only that thing I can search. But what I want is, I want to search with this name. If there is account present, show me. If there is contact, show me. If there is case, show me. Like that on multiple objects can I query? Is it possible or not possible? Through SOQL, it is not possible for that purpose. So till now, what we have done, we have used SOQL queries. SOQL queries support only a single object querying. Okay. So on a single object, you can query whatever you want. But at a time, if you want to search on multiple objects, I cannot do through SOQL. For that purpose, we have SOSL query. SOSL query, that is the purpose of SOSL query. Okay, right. After you noted down this, the previous one, right? After you noted down, just note down this one. SOQL, SOQL search. Just write SOQL search as heading and write down this as example. Yes, it's like wildcard. Yes. మల్టిపుల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ నుంచి తెచ్చుకోవడానికి ఎస్ఓఎస్ఎల్ వాడతాం. ఎట్లా అనేది చూపిస్తాం. ఎస్ఓక్యూఎల్ ఇది కూడా అంటే ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు సెర్చ్ ఆన్ ఏ సింగిల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ దెన్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద వే యూ విల్ డూ. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు సెర్చ్ ఆన్ మల్టిపుల్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ దెన్ వీ విల్ యూజ్ ద ఎస్ఓఎస్ఎల్. క్లియర్? Now put the heading SOSL. SOSL. Put the heading SOSL. SOSL definition write down. Salesforce Object Search Language. Just write down this one. I will tell you what to write next. Write down the heading. Only write down the heading. Done? Okay. So when should we use SOSL? Whenever we want to query from multiple objects. Whenever we want to query from multiple objects, then we will use SOSL. So retrieve data. So write down when to use SOSL. Put the side heading when to use SOSL. Write down. Retrieve data from for a specific term that you know exists within a field, because SOSL can tokenize multiple terms within a field, build and search index from SOSL. Searches are faster and can return more relevant results. Retrieve multiple objects and fields efficiently where the objects might or might not be related to one another. Retrieve data for a particular division of an organization using the divisions feature. Retrieve data that's in Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Okay. Instead of writing all these points, write down two simple points. Okay. Put the heading when to use SOSL. Write down the first point: to retrieve data from multiple objects. To retrieve data from multiple objects, we use SOSL. Next point. To search for a to search for a specific keyword, don't write keyword, word, just write word. To search for a specific word in different to search for a specific word in different objects, we use SOSL. Next point. Using SOSL, we cannot query all the fields We cannot query all the fields. Like SOQL, you cannot query every field that you like. Okay. Here there are restrictions. You can query name fields. You can query email fields. You can query phone fields. Hmm. See, for example, if I give Raju in the global search, here if I give Raju, then what happens with that name Raju? What are the accounts that are present? See, with the name Raju, student, from the student object, one record came. From the lead object, two records came. From the contact, one record came. See, this term Raju, I am using this term and I am searching in multiple different objects. Okay. So this is helping me in doing global search or not? Yes or no? So behind the global search, what kind of functionality is there? SOSL is there. Okay. So for SOSL, the syntax is find. So in SOQL, okay, let me see if there are any examples here. Okay. Okay. You write down these differences between SOQL and SOSL, these 4 points you write down. Then we can continue with the next examples and all. Difference between SOQL and SOSL. Of course, once you complete this, we will see the examples. Practically, we will see the output also. Well, first, note down these 4 points: SOQL, SOSL differences. Done? Done. Now see the example here. If I want to write a SOQL query, I am using this keyword select, ID comma name, from, object name, where, again condition. This is the way we will write the SOQL, right? In SOSL, the keyword where we need to start is find. Okay. Find this word in all fields, returning which object that I need to write in this format. Let's write it. Okay. So first keyword what I need to do, find, bracket, in the bracket what I want to write, find okay. Here in the global search what I searched previously, Raju, right? So find Raju, then what I need to do, in all fields, in all find Raju in all fields, returning, so I got only contact, returning contact comma. Now what will happen? Contact, inside contact there is one record with the name Raju. Inside student there is one record with the name Raju. Okay. And inside lead also it is there, na? So let's do. So now see, with the same name, with the same Raju I am able to find Raju in contact also, student also, lead also. In lead there are 3 records with the name Raju. Okay. So now here returning object I told, in returning, okay, in returning if I give returning name, okay, I can give, okay, now what will come, see here, okay. If I don't give anything, it will give the ID. If I give name, so now see, contact Raju Sundaram, student Raju, in leads, these are the leads. Okay. So in this way, I am able to search with a single query. I am able to search different objects for the word Raju. Okay. So this is how you write a SOSL query. Okay. SOQL query, select is the keyword we are using. SOSL query, find is the keyword we are using. Okay. There we need to specify the field names, exactly which fields you want to query, and at the end we will put the where condition, exactly what value you want to verify, there you will write. Here it is not like that. Here directly you will give the value and you want to search for this particular value in which object. Okay, so here what I have done, in all fields, okay, instead of in all fields I can give in the name fields. So if Raju is present in the name fields, then only it will display. Instead of in phone fields, if I give in phone fields, Raju is not present. So I am not getting any result. You're getting my point. In email fields, so what are the fields I can query? Text, email. Okay. So for these two, even on the email ID, I could find the Raju word. But how can I guarantee that? So that's why I will write email here. Contact lead also email. Okay. Now if I execute, see, in the email, Raju word is present. That's why it got queried. In the email here, Raju word is there. That's why it got queried. For others, so it can search on the name fields, it can search on the phone fields, it can search on the email fields. It cannot search on every field. It can search only on these fields. Either you can give all name fields, all email fields, all phone fields, or all fields. All fields means only these three. Okay, then what happens? See, it is giving me wherever name is there, wherever, see whether it is there in email or not. Okay, Raju is present in all fields. Now is it clear? Take down this now. This right side, I can write an SOQL query and that will result in a list of S objects. If you write a SOSL query, how it will list? That will give the result in the form of list of S object, because it's not a single object, right? See, if I write an SOQL query, here what I am getting, select ID comma name from account, limit 1000. What does this mean? I will get 1000 accounts. It means each account one record, 1000 account, 1000 records. I want to store all the 1000 accounts means I need to have a list. So list of accounts. Okay. But if you write SYSL, what will happen? I want to know the name also, email ID also, phone number also, on account also, contact also, on position also. It means from multiple objects, for each object, you will have some different lists. So you need to have list of a subject. List of a subject we will use for SOSL. For SOQL, list of a subject. Okay. Adding and retrieving element, this also we have done. Bulk processing, this also we have done. So we have done all these things. Okay. Okay. So let's try some DML operations now. DML operations means insert, update, delete. These are the DML operations. So let's try some DML operations. Okay. Like for example, this also we have already completed, but just I want to show it to you again. Okay. For example, if I have written account A1 equal to new account, okay, A1 dot name equal to Mahi, A1 dot industry equal to banking. Okay. Account A2 equal to new account A2 dot name equal to sahi A2 dot industry equal to agriculture. Okay, so I have created two different accounts, and now I want to create a list of account. Okay, ACS equal to new list of account. Okay, so this is what I have done. So now what I want to do is I want to add this to ACCS dot add A1. Means what happens, that single record got added to this list. Now ACCS dot add A2. Now that single record got added to this list. Now ACCS will contain what? Now if I do system dot debug, okay, if I execute this, what will happen? Tell me. Just I am displaying, but will it create any impact on the database? Can I see these two Mahi and Sahi on the account object account tab? If I click on the account tab, will I able to see those? Yes or no? Tell me. Why? Because I have not performed any DML operation. Okay. Now, if I want to perform a DML operation, how will I do that? Then I will do insert. If I do insert A1, what happens? Only one A1 will be inserted. Okay. If I click on execute, let's see what happens. Only A1 will get executed. A2 will not get executed. Okay. Here, there will not be any difference. But here, if you refresh, only A1 Mahi got executed. Okay. Fine. But if I want to insert multiple records at a time, what I can do, instead of inserting A1 and A2 separately, I can do ACCS. If I do insert ACCS, this is bulk insert. Okay. I can insert the complete list at a time. Okay. So let me open this and delete this so that you can get the clear picture whether this happened before or not. To avoid the confusion, I'm deleting this. You no need to delete. Even with the same name also it will come, no problem. But just for your clarity only, I am deleting so that there is no Mahi, no Sahi on the account object. Now after I execute, they will come. Okay. So single record, how you will insert, multiple records, how you will insert, same thing. Okay. Similarly, insertion, how you are doing, similarly update, delete, all those things also we can do. Okay. Mahi Sahi. Two records got inserted, yes or no? So DML operation, if you perform only then records will be reflected on the database. Otherwise, even though you perform so many operations, records will not get impacted on the database. You can just query, you can make some changes, you can do some modifications. But if you write the DML operation only, then database will get affected. If you don't write the DML operation, then it will not impact the database. Okay. This point is clear, right? So now till now what we have done, we have written Apex classes. Till now we have written many Apex classes, but the only way in which we are executing these Apex classes is only through anonymous window. We are not working on any other aspect of Apex classes. So now in the next class onwards, we will start working on the code, okay, without using the anonymous window. Like, see, previously when I was using workflow, okay, process builder, approval process, all these things, okay, flows and all, whenever I create a new record, automatically it is performing some operation. Whenever I delete a record, whenever I update a record, automatically it is performing some operation. So based on the DML operation I perform on a record, I am able to perform some other activity, right? Yes or no? So that activity, instead of performing that activity through workflow or process builder, I can perform that activity through Apex code. Okay, so now Apex code should consider the record change whenever you create a record or update a record or modify a record. That change should be considered by the Apex code, and it should invoke on its own, and it should execute the code. So that is the agenda of our next class. Okay, so now till now what we have done, we have written the Apex code, but it cannot execute on its own. You have to externally invoke that Apex class to execute. That is what we have discussed till now. From the next class onwards, what we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss some Apex code which can execute on its own. You no need to invoke it especially. If you perform some DML operation, and if that operation is satisfying the condition written for that, so then automatically that Apex code will execute on its own. So that is what we are going to see in our next class. Okay, before we move to our next class, all of you please practice what is if condition, what is for loop, what is list, what is set, what is map, what is SOQL query. These things are very important. Once you are clear with these things, then we will write a new type of syntax, completely different thing we will discuss in our next class. Okay, so to get a clear picture on that one, first you should have clear picture on these things. I'm again repeating what are the important topics that you need to practice. You need to understand if condition clearly. Okay, you need to understand for loop clearly. You need to understand, write down if you want, if condition, for loop, okay, list, set, map, okay, and then how to write a class, how to create an object for the class, okay, and then what is SOQL query, okay, what is the result of an SOQL query, how you will get the result, with the result what we can do, DML operations, insert, update, delete, okay, how you can do the DML operations. All these things are very much needed. So the next topic that we are going to discuss in our next class is known as triggers. Okay, trigger is one of the most important concept that will be asked in interviews. Okay, out of 100 percentage, 90% of chance is that they will ask you a trigger only. Okay, so trigger, how to understand the trigger, how to write the trigger, that we will discuss in the next class in detail. So before going to the trigger, we are trying to understand what is an Apex class, what are the components that are included inside the Apex class. So in trigger, there are two ways to write. One thing is directly there will be a syntax for trigger. Inside the trigger, you can write the code, and that code you will execute. That is one way of writing. Another way of writing is just you will write the just name of the trigger, and that's it. From the trigger, you will call an Apex class, and inside that Apex class, you will write the code. So whenever I was discussing Apex class itself, I told that Apex classes you can call from trigger. Okay. So whenever you are writing a trigger, directly you can write the code in your trigger itself, or you can write your complete business logic in an Apex class, and from the trigger you can call that Apex class. Okay. The best practice is to write your business logic in Apex class and call it from the trigger instead of writing your code directly in the trigger. So that is the best practice. Okay. So first of all, we will try to understand what is trigger, what are the different trigger variables, what are the trigger events, all those things we will discuss in detail. Okay. Don't miss tomorrow's class. It's very, very important. Okay.